Hey guys, my name is Macy and I am going to be talking to you guys about the Nutrisystem diet. It's one of the leading weight loss programs on the market today, and I think we will definitely, for those of you who want to work clinical, um, there is a potential that we'll run into people who are on this system or who have been on this system and are coming to us for a little more guidance or a little more support. I think it's definitely prevalent in our world today. So what is Nutrisystem? It has multiple 4-week plans that they pride themselves on portion control, and they actually meal prep or send out prepackaged food to people. So what that means is that you can go on the website and pick out meals, snacks, um, protein shakes, anything, you name it, and Nutrisystem has it as a part of a 4-week plan. They have over 150 meals that you can choose from. And if you go on their website, it actually says how nearly 120 of their food options are preservative free. And they also pride themselves on having no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors in their food, which is, something nice. Unfortunately, what we're learning in our food policy class is that, labels don't necessarily mean what they say. So it's definitely important to keep your clients aware of, any hidden, not necessarily false information, but misleading information. Okay, sorry, that was kind of a rant. So as you can see in my picture that Nutrisystem, the people who decide to go on, they're allowed 5 to 6 meals a day. And they really focus on protein, sufficient amount of fiber, low glycemic foods, and it's a weight loss system, and it's definitely, the leading weight loss system that works for people. Um, and as you can see also, the meal plans, it's about 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day, really depending on your gender is how they base that. Um, as you may have heard, they are infamous for their Lean 13 program, and that's a program where they guarantee you're going to lose 13 pounds if you follow their system in 4 weeks. And if you don't, you get your money back. And they have numerous other programs, and I thought it was pretty cool when I was looking on their website. They had programs for vegetarians or diabetes-friendly meals. So really, there is a variety of different foods that you can find on here that can be customized to your particular needs. I think it's important to note also that there's 3 different plans that you can buy on Nutrisystem. There's a basic plan, a core plan, and a customizable plan. Now, basically what that means is a difference in price and per meal, along with different options that you can pick from on their online catalog for meals. These meals cost, or not necessarily meals, but it's more so per day. It ranges from $10 to $12, depending on what sort of plan you decide to go with. So Nutrisystem actually wasn't called Nutrisystem. That's not how it started. However, the idea for it was founded by Harold Katz in 1972. It started as a weight loss counseling system, and he provided in-person weight loss counseling to numerous locations where he started off. And I believe it was Pittsburgh, but don't 100% quote me, and I can get back to you guys with that, where he started. And he continued on with that. believe it or not, he continued on, and in 1982, he expanded his company to all 50 states, which is unbelievable. And his company was actually making over $50 million a year, and it continued to grow. Like all good things, they definitely come to an end over some different business things that happened. He eventually got bought out, and in 1991, um, there were actually the new founder, or not no found. Sorry, guys. There were lawsuits. Basically, Nutrisystem was affiliated with lawsuits regarding gallstones and gallbladder disorders, and there was somewhere between 300 and 800 lawsuits saying that the Nutrisystem caused gallstones, and they eventually got themselves out of those lawsuits. Can't really find whatever happened with that. However, I do know that in the late 1990s, they completely switched their approach and ditched their weight loss program and decided to be an internet-based provider for weight loss. And they decided to start selling meals and dieting programs from the web, which, as you can see, has become quite successful. And they've continued to thrive in the weight loss industry. Now they actually have a female chief executive officer. Her name is Dawn Zier, and she became their CEO a few years back. And I personally think that, that says a lot, about, well, not necessarily says a lot, but I think it's really empowering to women out there that see, that women can do it too. And I think it really comforted the female population as far as weight loss goes. And it was just, I think that it's been really successful. And I can't say that it's all because of, a female CEO, but I definitely think it has contributed over the past few years to their success. So these next few slides, I just decided to take screenshots of the Nutrisystem website because I was able to view all of their meals that they offered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and including snacks and dessert. And I just wanted to really share a few of these. These are just, on their pages. You can find these and look these up yourself. But this is a part of their breakfast menu that you can choose from. And as I show you these, I would like you to just kind of look and see, like, if there's a theme you see going on, or what these breakfast items mean to you, and what you really think about them, or if you could see yourself potentially offering these as suggestions to your clients, or overall a good meals for weight loss. The granola cereal. There's definitely some positive things, but I definitely think there's some negative things too, or options that I wouldn't necessarily promote to someone who's trying to lose weight, or not even necessarily losing weight, but trying to just live a healthier life. So just take a look at this, the chocolate biscotti bites and thick sliced French toast. I mean, really, they're appetizing. These look great, and it'd be a dream to be able to consume these, for breakfast for 4 weeks at a time. So I found this interesting. This is their lunch options. And of course, there's a lot more options that they have. This is just a screenshot of what I could fit onto the slide. It's very interesting to see the variety that they do have. Okay, you can have tuna salad or a hamburger or a chocolate peanut butter bar, which, that's debatable. However, these are the options that they give to their buyers. So just check it out. Note any consistencies that you see or inconsistencies, maybe colors or lack of something, those sorts of things. And this is their dinner options. As you can see, it looks like a lot of food. I can see people relating to these types of meals and dinners. Meatloaf sandwich, chicken parmesan. I have a I have an interesting tidbit on that chicken parmesan right there that I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. You'll be not so pleasantly surprised, but definitely be surprised. All right, so comparisons. What did you see in those pictures that I just showed you? I can note a few things that I saw. I saw comfort foods. I saw people being given the choice to continue to eat what they're used to eating, except in a smaller size. I definitely saw variety. Lots of variety. People can pick whatever they want, really. They don't have to necessarily change their diet at all. They just, it's the smaller portion sizes that this company really thrives on. And I noted right there the standard American diet because I saw a lot of pasta. And I just feel like as a country, we really like our pasta and our refined carbohydrates. Um, and I saw a lot of brown. I thought that was interesting. Just, lack of color. So what I didn't, and that's kind of playing along with what I didn't see. I didn't see any fruits or vegetables or color. Like the color did not, it was lack of color. And I have to note, I can't forget to say this, that when you do go on Nutrisystem and you get their plan, or you get one of their plans, they include a shopping list for you of foods that they recommend you buy alongside of the plan that they give you. So that means, you pick your meals, your snacks, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They send them to you. However, you can supplement your snacks with any sorts of fruits or vegetables or anything that they have on their grocery list that they think is good for you to consume. So these meals are missing color, they are missing fruits and vegetables. However, it's up to the individual to purchase these items and include them in their diet. All right, so like I said a little bit earlier, that I wanted to show you an interesting thing about the chicken parmesan. So when you go on their website, you can look up their foods and their meals and look at the ingredients, the reviews, nutrition facts, prep method, etc., etc. And, I looked up a few. I just decided to pick a random one. I wasn't like going through and trying to find the worst one. I picked a random one, the chicken parm, and I decided to look at the ingredients. I don't know what this means for you, but to me, this is a lot. These are a lot of ingredients. This screams out to me, no whole foods. Just, I know that they say that they don't do any preservatives or additives, but I see preservatives and additives in here. And, that's just another thing that's the food labeling issue and, what companies can really get away with. But this is kind of unbelievable, So what they're promoting is portion control, which is working. We have already established that. However, the quality of the food isn't something I can, necessarily stand behind. All right, so why is Nutrisystem so successful? The results are there. The proof is there. It's a system that provides quick weight loss. It just does. When you restrict your calories to 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day, you're gonna lose weight. And if you're eating smaller meals, your metabolism is gonna jumpstart, and it's gonna provide that for you in those first 4 weeks. It's definitely easy to follow. This company provides the meals for you. They're able to send them right to your door within 4 to 10 business days, and you don't have to think about a menu. You don't have to think about what you have to buy at the grocery store. Comfort foods, as you saw earlier, there's a lot of comfort foods in there. Us Americans don't like to stray too far out from what we're used to. And Nutrisystem hits that nail right on the head. They provide grab and go options. So the snacks that they have, they're prepackaged snacks, and you can take them anywhere. You can even take your breakfast. You can eat a bar for breakfast, and you can take it in the car. That's extra time for people to do something else rather than fixate on what they're going to cook for breakfast or what meal they're going to cook at dinner. It's completely 100% convenient. They're taking the stress out of eating, shopping, meal prepping, all of it. And that can be really huge for some people. I think of some of the main concerns I hear from others about changing the way that they eat. And those are huge about, just simply not knowing what to cook or not knowing what to buy or not having the time to cook. It really is huge. And just for that simple reason, if it can reduce stress out of someone's life, then, it's something that should be looked into and somewhat supported. However, as with all quick weight loss systems, there are some challenges and there's definitely room for improvement. I feel like Nutrisystem is individualistic. So what I mean by that is when we are cooking for our family, or say you have a family, how much harder can being on this system be, and also maintaining food or meals for your family. I just can see it, kind of running into some problems if you're not doing it alone. There is a lack of emphasis on physical activity, and even though I didn't sign up for Nutrisystem, and I'm not really sure what sort of what they give to the people who buy their system, maybe there's something about physical activity or mentioning physical activity. It's nowhere to be found on the website. And for, a company that is promoting weight loss, as we know, physical activity is a major component. Now, something I also found when researching Nutrisystem is, people not being able to keep off their weight. Initially, they lose weight and they're happy with it completely. But what happens when they go off of this system? There's no coaching for, there's no coaching for cooking. There's no coaching for grocery shopping or how to maintain this weight loss. And I think that could be huge. And I think if Nutrisystem definitely took on some of those components for, weight loss that actually lasted or promoting, a healthier lifestyle, it could, even be more successful than what it already is. Something I also didn't put on this potential challenges slide is the cost of the program. For some, it could be completely manageable. A day's worth of food for $10. That can be pretty good for some, and for others, that's pretty expensive. So I guess depending on where your client is actually coming from, that's something to keep in mind too. Now, what are some key takeaways from this lesson? Nutrisystem is a short-term weight loss system, and it's proven to be effective. It's easy, convenient, and stress-free, which, as you know, is huge in today's world. However, there are lack of fruits and vegetables, which is definitely needed in just to maintain our bodily functions. It does not promote physical activity, and there's definitely room for improvement. Now, that's not to say that Nutrisystem isn't for, that it needs to completely change the way that they do things. I think Nutrisystem is on the right path. However, learning about this particular weight loss system has raised questions sorry guys, raised questions about how I could potentially approach clients of my own that have been on or are currently on this system. I think that's really important to take away from this is what would you talk to somebody about or tell someone or encourage and support someone to do in addition to this weight loss program. And yeah, I think it's a really great system, for people who need to lose weight quickly. It could definitely work, and it does work. There's just some other things that we should keep in mind when it comes to weight loss and maintaining that weight loss, and also promoting, a good, healthy lifestyle. And that's it. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something new about Nutrisystem and different diets that people might be on. And I hope you can come up with some good suggestions on how I can improve this, or something that you liked or something that you didn't like. I definitely would like to have some more conversation about it. Have a good night, guys.